The clouds over Metropolis parted like a curtain drawn by a giant hand. Soaring through the gap was a figure that stopped traffic below. He wore the iconic blue suit, the red cape, and the yellow belt. But the skin beneath the S shield wasn't pale white. It was a deep, radiant gamma green. This was Super Hulk, the world's greatest protector, and its greatest mystery. Clark Banner hovered at the edge of the stratosphere, his eyes scanning the city below. He could hear everything. The sirens, the heartbeats, the whispers of fear when people looked up and saw his green face. They loved the power he brought, but they flinched at the rage they saw in his eyes. "Stay calm," Clark whispered to himself, the voice of Bruce Banner echoing in his mind. "Control is key." "But power is freedom," the other voice rumbled, the Hulk side of his psyche. Suddenly, his super hearing picked up a distortion. A sonic boom, but wrong. Heavy dot, mechanical. Down in the financial district, a massive robot was tearing through the pavement. It was sleek, silver, and glowing with a pulsating red light. Metallo, but upgraded. John Corbin wasn't just running on kryptonite anymore. He was running on gamma kryptonite hybrid cells. "Super Hulk," Metallo's voice boomed from the machine. "Come down and face your extinction." Clark dove. He didn't just fall. He accelerated like a missile. He hit the street with a thunderous crack, the asphalt shattering beneath his red boots. He stood tall, cape settling around his massive shoulders. "Stand down, Corbin," Clark said, his voice calm but vibrating with power. "Make me freak," Metallo sneered. The chest plate of his suit opened, revealing a core that pulsed with sickly green and red energy. A beam shot out. It wasn't just heat. It was a frequency designed to disrupt Kryptonian cells while stimulating gamma radiation. Clark gritted his teeth. His Kryptonian side screamed in pain as the red sun radiation hit him, weakening his flight and invulnerability. But simultaneously, the gamma spike hit his blood. His muscles swelled further. His veins popped. The green of his skin darkened to an emerald fire. The pain vanished, replaced by pure, unadulterated rage. "You hurt people," Clark growled. His voice dropped an octave, becoming a dual-tone roar. "I'm hurting you," Metallo fired again. This time, Clark didn't dodge. He caught the beam with his bare hand. The energy sizzled against his palm, but the Hulk physiology absorbed the gamma component, feeding his strength. The Superman physiology resisted the kryptonite poison through sheer will. "My turn," Clark said. He launched himself forward. He didn't fly smoothly. He surged. He closed the distance in a blink and delivered a punch that sounded like a cannon shot. Metallo flew backward, crashing through 3 skyscrapers before skidding to a halt. But the robot wasn't down. It stood up, its armor regenerating. You can't win. The more you fight, the more the kryptonite poisons you, and the more the gamma makes you lose your mind. You'll become a beast. Clark felt it. The fog was creeping in. The tactical mind of Clark was fading, replaced by the smash hunger of the Hulk. He looked at his hands. They were trembling. If he lost control here, in the middle of the city, he might crush the very people he was saving. No, Clark thought. I am not just the rage. I am the sun. He closed his eyes. He stopped fighting the pain and started channeling it. He drew upon the yellow sunlight stored in his cells and mixed it with the gamma energy surging through his blood. His eyes snapped open. They weren't blue, and they weren't white. They were glowing green. Heat vision. Clark roared. Maximum. Twin beams of emerald energy erupted from his eyes. This wasn't standard heat vision. It was superheated plasma, fueled by gamma radiation. The beams hit Metallo's core, overwhelming the regeneration. The robot screamed as its systems fused together. With a final shout, Clark flew forward, grabbing the robot by its head and legs. With a strength that belonged to a god and a monster, he ripped the machine in half. Silence fell over the street. Clark hovered there, breathing heavily. The green glow in his eyes faded back to blue-green. The smoke cleared, and people began to peek out from the rubble. They saw the green skin, the massive muscles, the torn cape. A little girl stepped forward, holding a teddy bear. She wasn't scared. She pointed up. "Look, Mommy, it's the Green Superman." Clark looked at her. The rage subsided, replaced by a gentle smile. He realized then that he didn't have to choose between the monster and the hero. He was both, and that made him stronger than either could be alone. He gave a slight nod to the crowd, then shot upward into the sky, breaking the sound barrier with a sonic boom that shook the city.